the whole Street Corner DVD situation come about? How did it all start? What made you create this? And
it started when I was working with Suge Knight, tour with them, and my job was to hold a camera everywhere we went.
What year was this?
This started in, they started Death Row East in 2005, if I'm not mistaken.
So you was wrong with Del Son?
Yes, Del Son, that's my brother. Last concert we did was a free concert at Central Park with Nas. And things fell apart right there. That's when Lakey and Prodigy got into that little beef that they had right there on stage. Right before we was walking on stage, I'm walking on stage with Alchemist and everybody, and all of a sudden, mad hysteria, everything just broke out.
Why was that? On the Nas album, Revolutionary Warfare.
Right.
Which album was it? Was that God's?
That's God's Son. Yeah. And after that, like I said, Suge Knight stepped up. I mean, we was bringing out our demo to everybody. Nobody would even open the door for us. All of a sudden, Suge heard the song out in L.A. and gave us a phone call.
Suge heard that song in L.A. through OG Big Los.
My man,
let me tell you something about Big Los. And you know what? Los was here in town in New York City. See, Los is here.
He's here many times too.
Los is
well, he'll be at my release party over February 27th over at the Brooklyn Exposure.
Los is the reason why. Los is a big part of the reason why Suge and everybody else is very taken care of.
That's like a big brother out there. Anytime we go out there. And when that gun incident happened with Suge Knight, my brother Del Son sent the whole entire team to the hospital to bring him out, safely. Long story short, not even 2 weeks after that contract was signed, they took Suge Knight to jail. You know what I mean? Yeah. And my boy Lakey had $1.5 million on the table, but they froze all his assets. They froze, like I said, they took him to jail, and everything just fell apart, basically. So I'm saying to myself, look, I got a house, I got a family to support, and y'all talking about, wait, we gotta hold up, we gotta wait for this guy to come out, we gotta do this. I decided upon myself, you know something, I've been running around the world with these guys, with this camera. Why don't I just take some of this footage? Very least is when my brother started, he was the vice president for Don Diva magazine, so they gave me a deal to do a DVD for them. That was the first one, Don Diva Presents Street Corner DVD. Like I said, y'all can go to www.streetcornerhiphop.com. You can cop all the DVDs that I got. You can see the trailer right there. After we released that one, I seen how well the DVD industry is. A lot of people in other states, like we got big sellers in Ohio, states like Arkansas. Yeah, and then people are really embracing hip-hop. Every DVD that you cop, there's a solid message in there. Like, for instance, I got Pee Wee Kirkland in one of my DVDs.
Pee Wee Kirkland, ex-basketball player and actual
street legend.
Yes. Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is we're trying to take the WWF out of rap. Let's bring it back to hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between rap and hip hop. Rap is like a business. You understand what I'm saying? Hip hop is a culture. And I remember when hip hop, you could just go out there and rhyme about how much fun you had in the party last night, for instance. Or you could say a political rhyme and you really getting off. But now somebody said that to be a rapper, you have to be a gangster. Every 10 rapping songs that you hear on the radio today, 9 of them, he done shot and murdered 30 people in the album, and he sold 450 kilos of cocaine. But I'm like, I've been to jail for 10 years, and I don't big up the penitentiary. It was the worst 10 years of my life. You know why? Because I was away from my family. I couldn't support my family. Regardless of how much money I made in the streets, I was a nobody when I was behind the wall. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't send my grandson or my son. I couldn't send him to the store for me. I couldn't do those type of things. So I realized how valuable my freedom is. So I wanted to get out and relay that message to a lot of the young boys, because I was a suicide aide upstate, and I seen so many of my brothers come into jail, young brothers, 16, 17 years old, didn't even have sex yet, and they got 20 years in jail because they were shot. Somebody said to be a rapper, you gotta be you gotta be a crack dealer, you gotta be a gangster.
And I see these dudes, we know people that did heavy time. But they realize, everything I've been through, I'm still here. I gotta smile because Gaza has me.
I am a godly person. I'm dangerous. You can come and mess with me and see how dangerous I am.
Well, no, you gotta do
I mean, I fight very well. I go to any hood. You can ask Juggernaut. I mean, I don't care where you at. I go to the interview. I just did an interview with some Crip brothers. It was over 60 brothers in the street. I got a $2,000 camera. I didn't go there with no fear in my heart. You understand what I'm saying? Because these are babies to me. And I really want to come here to teach you something. When I leave you, I want to leave with a message like, you know what? I don't really have to be a hardcore brother. I'm in this organization, and I'm going to have to represent this organization because a lot of people don't understand what a Crip is. They don't understand what a blood is. They don't understand what a father is or something. I used to remember when rappers used to just try to act like the neighborhood hustler guy. You know, they say, yo, this dude, Nicky Barnes or whatever. They try to dress like him and all that. But now it seems like the changing of a guard made it. You got the entertainers. I mean, it just flipped. You understand what I'm saying? The shoes on the other foot. Now you got people in the street trying to be like 50 Cent for some. You know what I mean? Like he rhymes about gangsterism. So now you got all these young kids. They thinking that that's what this is all about, which is not. You know, it's not about that. I mean, hip hop is such a beautiful culture if you really understand. You know, the origin of it. You know, it was a movement where brothers was trying to get something, yeah, but they wouldn't sell like soul for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this happened right here in the Bronx, right here in this corner, and we're gonna rap about this party. It was all right to have a smile and say a nice rhyme. I mean, I could go back to Public Enemy. You would feel refreshed to hear these brothers talking about the Black Revolution. You understand? The Black Revolutionary rap, I should call it.
I would have never known about Arizona not celebrating Dr. Luther King birthday if it wasn't for Public Enemy.
I think it's called The Resurrection. And their lyrics is so hardcore, but in between their hardcore lyrics, it's a beautiful message. Brother, stop killing yourself. Stop killing each other.
Mine's playing tricks on me.
And you know, brothers
my child be a bastard.
missed the whole message in that. They just, all they heard, you know, they listened for the negative parts, the negative side of it, and they personified it. Oh, you heard me shot up this spot, he did this. Y'all didn't even hear the part when he said, yo, stop killing yourself. I mean, that's the main thing of that whole album. Brothers unite. Brothers come together. You understand? And I feel like a lot of these young cats today they shine away from the message. They feel like it's uncool to be intelligent.
If they even hear the message. A lot of them don't even hear the messages anymore because those messages are not presented to them. Right. They're kept from them because they understand what those messages can do.